Right. Right. Like running away from things does not make them go away. You just get farther from it.
Mm-hmm.
And the farther you get, the harder it's to see. But that doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because like you can keep pushing it off, and you can keep doing the wrong things. You can like lie to yourself or whatever, and then you can get to such a lost place where you feel like such a lost cause, and you're like, well, what do I do at this point? You know? But a lot of the time, the answer is still what the answer was in the beginning.
Right.
Except at this point, you feel like you're so far ahead that doesn't have any, doesn't apply anymore.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. Because, I don't know. And with me, like, I'm working on it now, and we're doing better,
Mhm.
but I'm so bad about procrastinating and just, like,
Yeah.
putting it off. But then, my mom always says this. She, like, whenever I'm dealing with an issue with someone, or, like, someone's talking back at me, or, some type of conflict is happening, she's like, okay, well, next time that they say something like that, ask them why.
Mhm.
Like, question, why are they doing that? Why are they acting like that? And then it makes them think.
Mhm.
So now I've been doing that with myself. Like, whenever I don't want to get up and do laundry or actually cook something instead of eating chips all day, I ask myself, like, why do I want to do that? Like, what's going to come from it?
Mhm.
And most of the time, I would have, like, if I were to eat chips all day, by the end of the day, I would have wished that I would have just cooked at least one meal.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, that's actually a great thing to do. Honestly, if we did just question ourselves more and just try to think through things a little bit more, then a lot would be better.
Mhm.
Because a lot of the time, our first inclination is just to do whatever feels right in the moment.
Mhm.
And often that's what's the most comfortable thing to do.
Yeah.
But man, the most comfortable thing to do is never the right thing to do, honestly.
Yeah.
I read a quote earlier this year that said, become comfortable being uncomfortable.
Mhm.
I was like, all right. All right.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. Man, it's difficult.
Yeah.
But, like, everything gets better when you push yourself, because when you live in comfort, you become stagnated. And when you live in stagnation, there is no growth.
Yeah.
And when there is no growth, then what's the point of your existence?
Yeah. Yeah, because then it's like, I don't know, I've been following a lot of, like, what's it called? Homesteading pages
Mhm.
on Instagram. And a lot of the topics that they talk about is like, what is it that one of them said? Convenience never made me happy.
Mm.
And then they go on to explain how, like, the world is so convenient nowadays. You have any entertainment, any question you have, literally anything
Mhm.
in your phone. You can Google it, you can text someone, you can call someone, you can scroll for hours to escape,
Mhm.
But we were never meant to be like that. Like, we were never meant to have that much information
Exactly.
on our disposal. And so it's better to push yourself out of convenience and make something worthwhile. Because, like, whenever you cook a meal, you appreciate it so much more. Whenever you actually clean your room, you realize, oh wow, this is not that hard, and it's nice.
Mhm.
You appreciate it.
Also, when the things around you are straight, your mind is clear as well.
Mhm.
But that reminds me of a quote. That you made a really good point. That reminds me of a quote. We live in an oversaturated world, yet we're all starving.
Mhm.
That's not the direct quote. That's more of a quote that I just kind of came up
Yeah.
with. But no, that's a good quote.
Yeah.
Everything's so oversaturated. We have literally everything, but we're still starving. And it's
Mhm.
because we have so much, and it's because we don't have to work for as much. So we
Yeah.
just take everything for granted.
Yeah.
It was like a poem that I wrote too. And one of the lines I wrote, everything that's sought is bought. I mean, anything that you want, you can literally just buy it.
Mhm.
I mean, that a couple years back, we were doing some type of science experiment at school, and my teacher had all these different flowers that we were going to dissect and stuff, and like these different arrowheads and stuff that we were going to like examine or whatever. And I said, where'd you get all these arrowheads? Because I like to collect that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I like to look for them and find them. He's like, oh yeah, I just bought them off Amazon. And I was like, oh,
That lost the magic.
seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Amazon has everything, literally.
Mhm. Yeah, and also like being so artistic, and I would consider myself resourceful. Like I make the most of what I have, literally, like material wise, but then also figuratively, like the people around me and experiences that I've gone through.
That's important.
Yeah, that it makes me appreciate it so much more. Like, I don't know if you saw my story, but I posted a video of me sanding down one of the coins that I'd made as a friendly reminder that this is what handmade looks like.
Mm.
It took at least 2-3 hours to just sand down 10 coins. These little 3-inch puckets. And so that makes me appreciate people that actually go out of their way and make things,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
That's good because so many times you go to like a little market and they're selling coins like that. It's like handmade, and they're like, okay. So I'll look at it. It's like $50 for one. Like
Right.
what?
Yeah.
But it's because of all the time and effort. So yeah, that
Mhm.
broadened my perspective.
Yeah. And I mean, sometimes people do take advantage of that and they oversell. And that's also a good side of me knowing about processes and how long it takes to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So then I can call out whenever people
Yeah.
are selling
Like
a
it-
circle
Yeah.
for $800, you know? Like, I don't care if it took you 3 hours to make that circle, that does not make sense.
Mm-mm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I love having that insight of, and not, okay, a lot of people say like, oh, well, I can make that at home. My 5-year-old could have made that,
Oh, I
you
hate
know?
that.
And
I hate that.
I don't think of it in that sense to where like, oh, I could do better, but more so it inspires me to keep creating whenever I see other people creating.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love going to markets and local stores and stuff like that.
Also, I just love to meet artists. You know?
Right, yeah.
Like around my area and make some friends, you know?
Mhm.
But also, when people say like a 5-year-old, it looks like a 5-year-old did that, or I could do better than that. Like, well, the fact is you didn't do it.
Right.
Like,
right.
They had the
Yes.
idea, and they executed it to what they had in their mind,
Mhm.
and that's what makes art.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what so many people don't get. Like, I was talking to my grandma, and I was showing her my favorite artist at the time, Basquiat. He's still one of my favorite artists. He might still be my favorite. But I was showing her my stuff, or his stuff, and she was like, man, all he's doing is like throwing paint or whatever. You know, like, I do better than that. I'm like, no, like, you
Mhm.
can't even compare your artwork to this artwork because what you do is so much different.
Yeah.
And like, not that one is better than the other one, but I mean, there's more art in Basquiat's,
Yeah.
you know, work,
Yeah.
more creativity. But I'm just like, it's the fact that he was the one that had that thought.
Mhm.
It's kind of like Michael Jackson said. He was like, well, somebody was like, how'd you come up with the beat for Billie Jean or whatever? And he was like, the universe just sent it to me. And-
That's actually a very accurate voice. That's so funny.
And the guy was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, if the universe hadn't, and he was like, if the universe sent it to me and I didn't act upon that, then somebody else would have created it. So he was basically saying
Yeah.
that like, there are genius things that happen, and if that is bestowed upon you, then you need to act upon it.
Mhm.
And you need to create it, because if you don't, somebody else will.
Right.
And I've actually seen that in my own life. My mom has too. She had an idea several years back of like the layout of the type of house that she would want and that she would create for like this type of neighborhood, and then she would sell the neighborhood like this because she wants to be a realtor at some point. You know,
Mhm.
that's what she's like getting towards. And then like a year later, that was like a big thing. It was the
Yeah.
exact same thing that she had laid out. And it was something similar with an idea that I had one time. Okay, yeah. So just a couple days ago, actually, I was scrolling through Instagram, and I saw Elvis's Instagram page, where they did a screen print onto a white T-shirt of Elvis's mugshot, where
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like he's looking like at you, and then this one's like looking over there.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I did that. Like I
Yeah.
literally have proof that a couple months ago, I did that on a white hoodie, because
Mhm.
I was like, it'd be so tough to have this Elvis mugshot.
Yeah.
And it was the exact same thing, except
Mhm.
they had it on a white shirt, I had it on a white hoodie.
Yeah. It's
Like, man, like the universe bestowed that inspiration upon me, but I didn't act upon it, you know?
Mhm.
Which I don't have any regrets. I was doing other stuff, but
oh yeah.
still,
Yeah.
it's like, that's just cool.
It's crazy whenever stuff like that happens, because I swear that that's happened to me so much, to where I'm like, oh wait, that would be really cool. Like that would be a cool design for a house or artwork or whatever.
Mhm.
And I'm scrolling on Instagram, and I'm like, hey, that's mine. Like
Yeah, that's
I should
my
have done
idea.
that.
Yeah.
Like and it's someone like famous or like 10,000 miles away. Like I would have had no connection to.
yeah.
They wouldn't have seen my repost of another post that inspired me, or
Mhm.
I don't know. And that leads to something that I've been thinking on a lot, that no thought is original at all.
Kurt Cobain quoted one time, "Every word has been said."
Mhm.
And I was like, man, well that kind of makes me feel like I shouldn't even try to write music. And I was like, well, no, because maybe every word has been said, but every single perspective is different.
Right. Yeah. Cuz I don't know, like everybody's had similar experiences, but no one has had the exact same experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like even with me and my brother, we grew up in the same house, but we did not have the exact same experience.
Mhm.
He took things a different way, and I took things a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And we both ended up at very different places, even though we grew up from the time that we were, born
Mhm.
until I was like 11. We grew up in the same house, in the same exact environment.
Well, my mom said this many times, just talking about other people and their kids, and they're like, well, you're treating my sibling differently from how you treated me. It's unfair. Da 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 da.
Mhm.
But truly, no parent can treat every single kid the exact same way and do the same type of raising,
Mhm.
because every single kid is different and takes everything differently.
Right.
I was talking to my friend Jude last night about kind of how I took my own childhood and how I saw things and how I felt,
Mhm.
and I'm not, but yeah, like everybody takes everything differently. So you really, that's why you can't disregard anybody's feelings, because you don't know how
Yeah.
they feel.
Yeah.
It's like so many times so this has happened to me many times. Like we'll be on a road trip, we get 30 minutes down the road, and I'm like, I have to pee. They're like, oh, you're fine.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Like you don't
Like,
know that.
That's an insignificant thing, like
Uh-huh.
to just have to pee until it gets to a bad point, obviously.
Yeah.
But like that makes you think as a child that other things and other issues that you have are actually also insignificant.
Mhm.
It was like something that I wrote one time. It was like last year. And it was based off of what Kanye West said that really inspired me. It's from a couple years ago before he went off the rails.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's pray for Ye.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Pray for Ye.
Yeah.
Anyways, he said to Jimmy Kimmel, he was like, the kid who jumps on the coffee table and then the dad says, get off, you might hurt yourself. Well then, it's like every single time that there's something, well, like that inspired me. Now let me get to where I was coming from.
Uh-huh.
When you're told to have an inside voice, then it's like what you're saying is less important and your enthusiasm does not matter. So you cannot be yelling like that.
Mhm.
But it's just a kid, Well, I just lost my train of thought. Okay. But then, so if you quiet what you're saying, because whether like somebody doesn't want to listen to what you have to say at the moment or whatever, well then you feel like what you have to say doesn't matter as much, and so then you start to, as that continues and as you get older and as you progress, you start to squash and quench your thoughts.
Yeah.
Because then you think, well, my ideas are insignificant. My voice is insignificant, my words are insignificant, and then it gets to a point where I'm insignificant. And you're a 30-year-old male who is very timid and shy and won't put yourself out there because you feel like you're worthless.
Mm-hmm.
Because you felt unloved, and so you have no love for yourself. But then what Kanye was saying about the whole like table thing, it's like there's a table and you can't climb over it, and because you might fall. If you fall, then you failed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a poem by Jack Gilbert where Icarus, he fell, and everybody's always like, well, Icarus, he flew too close to the sun and he failed.
Yeah.
But no, Icarus also flew. That's what nobody talks about. It's like Icarus flew.
True. Yeah.
So it's like the kid wants to climb on the coffee table because when you're standing up higher than everything else, you feel like you're unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this world is yours. But you might fall. And so you better not even try to get to the point where you feel higher or you feel greater, because you could potentially fall. You could get hurt.
Yeah.
And when you're scared of getting hurt, that's going to deter you from getting to a higher point.
Mm-hmm.
We can't be scared of failing.
Yeah.
Like I can live with not making it, but I can't live with what ifs.
That's very true. Like, I used to say this when I was a kid. I think I've told you this before, but you never know if you don't try, so why jump if you can fly?
I wrote that down when you said
Yeah,
that.
I thought so, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's still, like, I feel like that means more to me now than it did in 3rd grade when I came up with it. I thought I was, like, a poet. Just right then and there that I was, the best ever.
You were going to make it as a poet right there.
I was convinced. But
I feel that.
I feel like that makes more of an impact on me now, especially knowing that, like, that's what I couldn't have been older than 9. Like, that's what 9-year-old me thought. That's what 9-year-old me dreamed with. And now here I am going into my senior year questioning, like, oh, well, do I even apply to college? Like, I feel like I'm not going to get in, and what if I don't do this, and what if I don't do that?
Mm-hmm.
It just, like, it spirals.
Yeah.
So something I've told myself recently is, which this is actually kind of something that my Aunt Lolo, she's an amazing woman. She's a businesswoman, like, self-grown in every aspect. I love her, and she's a big inspiration of mine. And she's, like, lived 1,000 lives, and she told me, like, why stick to one thing? Like, just do what you want. Do what's right for that moment, what's right for that season. So I've decided that I am Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have 1,000 different careers.
That's right.
I'm going to have a closet full of every single job that I've ever had, And then...
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like, I realize now that I'm already doing that. Like, I'm already holding myself to that. I was in sales for a year.
Mm-hmm.
I worked at a place that was breaking a lot of child labor laws. Like, I've seen the good, I've seen the bad. I'm a metal artist.
Mm-hmm.
I've danced as a job because I'm getting paid for the dance that I'm doing now. So it's like a showcase.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm already making steps, so why stop now? Like, if I'm at the 3rd step from the bottom and there's only 7 more, why would I stop at the 3rd and just chill?
Mm-hmm.
7 more, and who knows what's beyond that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's so much more than what we can see in our present.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, everybody's always worried about success, and a lot of the times people, they think that success is the equivalent of being financially stable,
Mhm.
but it's really not. Success is whatever is success to you.
Right.
Like, I think of success differently from other people, but that doesn't mean that I think that other people are failures if they don't do what I dream of, you know?
Mm.
I think that you succeed when you reach the point that you want to be. But no, dude, you're talking about how that was 9-year-old you, you know, you had all these dreams and everything, and then you get to, 18, and then it's like, but what about this? What if? And that's because of other people that you've seen,
Mhm.
and because of what other people have told you.
Yeah.
And man, when you get older, you lose that spark. You lose all that. And that's why I think that, man, kids know more than we do so many times.
Right. Like they don't have a perception of the dark reality that we've lived.
Yeah.
And so why should we discredit them for their creative ideas?
Yeah, but like, why should there be a dark reality?
Right.
Everybody's always like, but like, why? You're just a kid. I'm in my 30s. I've seen the bad side of the world.
I've
I'm
seen
like,
things, yeah.
You've seen the bad side of the world, but you live in America right now. You live in the house that you live in. You haven't seen crap.
Right.
You don't, you haven't had terminal cancer. You
Right.
haven't lived in abuse your entire life. There are so many people who have seen the bad side of life. But when you are this privileged, like me and you right now,
Mhm.
we live in a free country. We're able to do literally whatever we want. The American dream is just the fact that we have the perfect capability of attaining our dreams and our goals. That's the
Yeah.
American dream. That's why people come here, because it's free. Because we have the ability to be whatever we want to be.
Mhm.
Man, there should be no dark reality. It's like that post that I made a couple days ago, I said, I've always jumped over the line, because people are like, walk the line,
Mhm.
I've always jumped over the line. Why are you so damn unrealistic?
Right.
I said, but destiny told me what's mine. I'm
Oh,
real.
yeah. Oh.
I'm real. Our reality is different. That's the
Yeah.
whole thing, man. I don't want to live the same reality as these other people who don't have dreams.
Right.
Yeah.
Like and this is just a me thing. Like if it works for you, it works for you. But I will never work a 9-to-5 desk job. Never. You will never catch me in a cubicle. You will never catch me in a uniform. I'm not built for that. I would feel so claustrophobic and it would be horrible.
Yeah.
So if I'm trying to avoid that, then why pin myself mentally in a corner to where I'm like, oh, okay, everybody else is doing this. This is what's expected. I guess I have to do it now. No. Break from expectations. Do what you want. And if you fail, you fail. Get up and do it again.
Yeah. Exactly. Because failure is never failure. It's
Mhm.
just a learning experience. It's only failure if you let it be failure.